Hello everyone, welcome to my live stream. Today is Friday, which means it's time to do a Chibi Friday drawing. I decided since it's also March 2nd, which means it's Sanji's birthday, Sanji from One Piece. I'm going to draw a chibi of him this time. Let me put this out of the way. And I've got some reference images up. I need to pull the page over to my other screen so I can see those. I'm gonna draw him holding his own birthday cake. Let's see, let's make these their own windows. So I've got a reference image of the Sanji, because he has so many outfits that I don't know which one to do, so I picked one I liked. It was the... where did this window go? It's an outfit from the Pirate Warriors 2 game. Although the window is now not showing up. Where the heck did it go? Come on, I need that reference image. Okay, where did it go? Yeah, what the heck, I thought so. It went all the way off my screen for some reason, totally out of visual range. There. Oh no, don't get smaller. So this outfit is similar to one I've seen in the anime, because I haven't played the Pirate Warriors 2 game. This one's got some cool shoes and wallet chains. Trying to get these reference image sorted so that I can actually see them beyond my lamps and my camera. There, I think that's good. There, now everything is good. So I'm gonna, oh wait, I don't want to use this. I want to use this hard 3H pencil. The harder the lead, the easier the graphite erases away, since I'm definitely going to be erasing the excess. And then as long as you don't push too hard, it's also better for not leaving marks in the page, like indentations. Hopefully I can get his cake and his head to fit. Because like all my chibis, he's going to have a big head. So I'll probably do his body proportions a little different than I usually do, so that the cake is able to be held. I'm going to draw the cake now so that I can make the body match. Make sure that it seems like it makes sense for him to be able to hold this as a chibi. Of course, it's not just going to be cake. Just going to hold it on a platter. Do my best to get the curve of the platter to seem appropriate for the placement of the cake. Of course, this is just a fan art chibi, so it doesn't need to be perfect. It's just for me to enjoy more than anything. So I don't need to spend too much time making it absolutely positively perfect. So this is just the basic outline of the cake here and the platter here. So his arm is not even going to be visible, really. Let's see. I'm going to get his torso in here. And his hips always jut forward a little bit in all of his pictures, all of his official pictures. It's always sort of pushing them out a little bit. So I'm going to try to get that. And then his legs are still going to be chibi legs, but I'm going to try to get the same kind of look. He's always sort of curved. His legs are always sort of curved too. And then making the hip look even further out. He always has his hand in his pocket. Well, not always, but very often. Has his hand in his pocket like he's all cool. And there's his shoulder. So for the cake, you're not really going to be able to see much of the arm. I'm just going to have the shoulder here. And then I'll have one line to indicate that there is an arm somehow holding up this cake that should be way too big for such a tiny little arm. There's his basic body. Want a small eraser now. I usually get all my stuff out earlier, so I know where it all is. Ah, here we go. I've just been so tired recently, it's been hard. So hard to stay focused and be like, okay, start getting ready now. No, I'm just so tired. It's because I can't really sleep well. I haven't been sleeping well at all for the past few weeks. So my attention span is like, maybe you might have noticed in my previous videos how I just cannot stay focused for 2 hours like I had been at first. But it'll be okay. Once I'm moved into my new house, all settled in there, can go back to all my normal routines, and I will be full of energy. I'm sure I will sleep well, get all the exercise I need. I did go to the gym again today, so I'm pretty proud of that. Even though I slept poorly again, it's gotten to the point where I can't really use poor sleep as an excuse not to go to the gym, because it seems like that's just going to be the way it is for now. And if I keep using that as an excuse, I'm never going to go to the gym, and then I'm not going to be able to hit my goal of what I want to do this year. I want to cosplay All Might, a female version of All Might from My Hero Academia. If I don't keep working out regularly, I'm not going to be able to build up the muscle that I need. And I'm dropping the fat that I need to, because that's just pretty much all related to how much you eat every day. Dropping fat, so I'm doing well with that. But I need bigger muscles to be able to look like All Might. I always like how his shoulders are like square because of the, I guess, the shoulder pads or whatever in his suit. I just love suits. They're so good. They're so nice. Okay, I'm gonna slim him down a bit. Pull that in a little bit. Right there. Not sure if I should draw his suit first or draw his head. I mean the rest of the stuff on his head. Maybe the rest of the stuff, because the head's bigger, so. Let's see. Sanji is probably the character I have drawn the most ever. Like when you look at all my sketchbooks and stuff, but there's still something about his hair that I never feel like I'm drawing it right. Something about it that eludes me. And maybe this time, since I'm looking directly at a reference image, maybe this time I'll be happy with it. So I can't see this curve of his head, of his face anymore, so get rid of that. Get rid of all these other little sketchy lines so that it's easier to see what I'm trying to do with the hair. It's actually been a long time since I've drawn Sanji. I don't know, I got really behind on One Piece like 5 years ago now, and I am not caught up in those last 5 years. Late last year or early this year, I started rewatching it again from the beginning, which maybe sounds counterintuitive, but I wanted to, so there. And we were doing really well with it, but we kind of stopped when we had to move and stuff. And then we've been watching other anime since, now that we've gotten settled down here. I started Yuri on Ice, which I'm really loving, just like everybody told me I would. But when I started rewatching One Piece, and we got to Sanji, well, before we got to Sanji, I was like, I don't even remember why Sanji's my favorite. He's just my favorite now because he's my favorite. He's like grandfathered in. But then once we actually got to Sanji's stuff, I was like, oh yeah, I definitely still like Sanji for Sanji. It's not just because he's been grandfathered in as favorite character. I still can't put my finger on it, what it is that makes me like him so much. Like I like everybody else too, but he's my favorite. He's my favorite one. I have more PVC figures of Sanji than any other character. In fact, there's hardly any other character that I have more than one PVC figure of. The only one I can think, they're all packed right now, so I can't go check, but the only one I can think of is Hatsune Miku, a character that I have more than one figure of. I'm going to redo this. I need to make room for his eye. Not leaving enough room for his eye, because since it's a chibi, he's got to have a huge eye. Let's draw his eye first. Let's put it right here, center it right there. It instantly starts looking like him when I put the eye on there. Yep, Sanji's my favorite. I think I should take more time to draw fan art for myself, because I really enjoy it. I got away from it because I want to create art that people want to buy that is my own art. I want to make money off of it. I don't want to make money off of fan art. I don't want to make a career off of fan art. So I've been trying my best the past few years to not make that the reason why people love my art. And I was making tons of fan art because of doing the chibis at conventions and stuff. Of course, most people wanted their favorite characters, which is fine, but it made my portfolio, my galleries online just full of fan art. And then also doing all those chibis for other people meant I wasn't really doing fan art for myself. I wasn't enjoying it the way I enjoyed drawing a fan art for myself. So like just now, how happy I was when this started looking like Sanji. definitely should try to draw just once in a while something that's not meant to be potentially for sale, not meant to be a career piece. It's just for fun. Just because I love it. I'll get rid of these lines now. These guidelines can go away. Okay, I think I'm seeing something that can help make this look even more like Sanji's hair. So for one, I think I need to make this fluffier. Since he's a chibi, I want him to have a bigger, fluffier hair. This is sticking too much to his head. And I want to erase this. I'm figuring it out. So this I'm going to have just come down. And then this one's going to come from way over here. Yeah. Good. Get his eyebrow back. You know, the reveal for his other eyebrow was just... It made me think this is why I love One Piece, because everything is so unexpected. Because people for years had drawn fan art or had guesses of what was up with his eye. You know, he didn't have an eye, or he had an eye patch, or I don't know, all kinds of stuff. And like, did he have a curly eyebrow on the other side or not? And most people would draw him with curly eyebrows, but they were, you know, mirror opposites. I never saw anyone, and I never myself thought of having it be a perfectly normal eye for Sanji, but his eyebrow curls in the same direction, regardless of which side of his face it's on. It's just, it blew my mind. That was so long ago now. I still remember it. I don't like this one. So I'm using this image that I found as a guide, as a reference, but since this is a video game screenshot or a character design, and it's all CG or whatever, it's not exactly what I want to draw today. I want to draw anime style. So like the hair in this picture I'm using is kind of, it's like, he looks like he's made out of clay. So the hair has like the texture and thickness of clay. I don't want that. I don't want it to look like that. Don't want clay hair. I want nice anime hair. Dang it. I can't get these look how I want. Oh, it's because it's Sanji. It needs to be perfect. Okay, whatever. That's probably good. Let's do another one here. These little flippy hairs. Dang, it's still not very fluffy. What the heck? I took it out farther, but okay, I should finish the whole thing first, I think. Maybe I will be more happy. You know what? I think what I want is for this long bangs to come much farther out. I think that's more the problem. Yeah, I'm doing it over again. I think this part's good. Okay. Big, nice big bangs. Nice big fluffy bangs. Oh, that already looks better. Yay! And this one comes down from here and it kind of sticks out here. I don't like that. Let's put these together. I don't want to put those two together. There, now I can make the top of his head, the hair for the top of his head, come out even farther than this bangs part, and then I think I'll get the fluffiness that I've been trying to get. Also doesn't help my lamp is kind of reflecting a lot. Okay, I'm going to try to change the lamp a little bit. It's reflecting off the page so much that it's kind of hard to see what I've drawn. I think what's important right here is that this doesn't follow the same curve as this. This one's more straight like this, but this one comes up a little bit. Okay, other side. Other side, yay! And he's got like a cow leg here. And then his ear is like mostly covered by his hair. So let's make sure we get that in there. Erase the stuff that's covered by hair. Erase a little bit more here too. Ah, no, Kiki, no. Kiki's trying to come over here. She wants to come under the lap. No! No, Kiki. Get down. Get down. I gotta get her down. She's gonna knock all my papers down. No, no, no. She always wants to come get under these nice hot lamps. And also she loves if I'm paying attention to something. She loves to come get in the middle of it. Okay, so now I'm looking at it. The only thing is I'm kind of... something about his jawline that I'm not happy with. Now that I've taken a little break, thanks to Kiki. Oh, that helped. Maybe his hair needs to come down. Yeah, I'm stuck on the freaking hair. So in the picture, it actually has his hair coming all the way down to his teeth. But this is not doing that, so... I'm gonna do another fix for Sanji's birthday picture. Chibi birthday Sanji. Yeah, I think since his head is tilted this way, I need to make sure the hairline is tilted this way as well. I think that's the problem I am having now. Getting there. Trial and error. We're getting there. Keep forgetting to use my brush today. What is it about this part of his head that I just can't be satisfied with? Okay, let's try this one. Use this curve here too. It needs to follow the curve of the head, but I don't feel like I'm getting that. So I want his hair to be fluffy. I think I might have got it. Stick with this for just a bit. Try to finish the other side. And maybe I'll be satisfied with it. And there's something that comes from the back. Covers the top of his ear. Some that sticks out right here. No. His head needs to be mostly round. I was making it really square. He's got a lot more cowlicks on this side. You can see this come around and become part of the back part of his hair. And then he's got these little points for the hair coming down his neck. Let me look at that. Oh, yay! That's good. I don't want to mess with it anymore. I think that's good. Especially once I get rid of these guidelines right here. definitely Sanji-like, so if I keep spending too much time on that, I'm not going to be able to finish him today, so let's not forget his mustache hairs. Since he's a chibi, I'm going to give him a few of those little cheek tick marks. I can't really see it, but I'm pretty sure this Sanji has hair that comes up here too. Facial hair. If not, then he has it now. Okay, his head is complete. Now, time for this nice suit. Has to be behind the cake. Now right here, I'm going to do my best to imitate this, because with the chibi proportions it's hard, but he needs to... His jacket is lifting because he's putting his hand in his pocket. And with a suit, you can't just put your hand in your pocket, you have to put it under your jacket as well. So I'm going to try to get that effect in this tiny little area. Come on. Hopefully, I want to try to put a little bit harder lines. Oh, it's so small, it's hard. It's hard to make it show, but if I use harder lines, then hopefully I will be able to show that this is his jacket and not like a huge pocket in his pants or something. Okay, buttons. Oh, I did this too high. Make this go down lower because a button needs to go there. A decorative button. It's got 3 buttons on each side. Dang, that's no good. You've got to match distance between them. Needs to match. Maybe I'll draw them first and draw this collar to match. There, that's better. That's much better. Now the other side, matching. It's got, I don't think I can include all this detail that the character actually has. Like he's got, of course there's the collar here. Gosh, it's so small. I'm gonna have to move this button. Okay, now I'm gonna draw the collar first. Can't tell what kind of collar it is. I think it goes in like this. Out like that. But he's also got his shirt collar over the top of his jacket collar. Shirt collar's open. Hopefully I remember what I'm drawing here. These lines are so tiny. Okay, and then he's got a loosely done tie, but still classy. And there's this last button, and then this collar needs to be there. And they don't call it a collar, do they? They call it a lapel, right? Lapel. Yeah, like I can't fit. He's got a pocket square. He's got like a lapel pin decoration kind of thing. He's got pockets on here too, but it's just This area is too tiny. Can't fit it. One detail I am going to add, at least one of these chains. He's got a cool, really way too big wallet chain going on here, and I like it. It's seriously way too big. If you try to wear this wallet chain in real life, your pants would just fall down. It's way too big. These links are huge. But it looks cool. There. Hopefully I can tell what I'm drawing when I ink it. Goodness. Okay. I think that's good for Sanji himself. Let me look at it. Yeah. Now, time for the cake. And I can barely see this dang cake, so I'm gonna move it. Move the reference photo. I wanted to get one of those pretty anime birthday cakes that you always see. And it's funny, he's like presenting it, but it's for him, but whatever. It's his birthday cake. He can present it if he wants. Look at this lovely birthday cake I made for myself. Luffy eats it in one bite. Yep, that would happen. Sanji would have expected it and made a separate cake for himself and all girls. And he'd try to get them to share it with him. Okay, so these are little whipped creams, or I think there's buttercream frosting on this cake. This cake looks so good, like I wanna eat it right now. Well, I don't think I can fit everything the way it is in this picture. So this cake is so freaking tiny. So instead of doing, what it has is like a ring of strawberries and then a ring of blueberries, and there's all these little mint sprigs at each place where a blueberry meets a strawberry. Well, not every single one, but still, it's really nice and complex looking, but there's not enough room for that, so I'm just going to put a couple strawberries. Kind of draw them sort of like decoratively. And then we'll draw some blueberries. And since there's not really room for one of those like signs like they usually do, maybe I'll do this. I'm gonna do the little, if I can fit them. It's so small. But I love the idea of these little mint sprigs because it makes it look so fresh and delicious. Like I really want to eat this dang cake. So I'm just gonna put, what the heck, I'll put 2 candles because his birthday is March 2nd. I'll do these taller candles so they won't block. So the flame, which I am going to draw, won't block the strawberries or the toppings. There, that's cute. Ooh, I had an idea. Okay, I'm gonna draw a bunch of blueberries around the bottom. That way it'll look even more like fancy and professional, like something Sanji would make. There. Okay. I'm not going to do any more sketching. It's time to do inking. Unless I noticed something just horrible, but I think I would have noticed by now. Oh, let's use these. Although, no, for such a small little drawing, let's see, is this I'm gonna use this Plumchester pen. It's a brush pen. Plumchester is the Art Snacks art supply brand. If I use just one single brush pen, I can get varying line weight, but it shouldn't take me as long to ink. Because I spent so much time on although, I better test it first. I don't want to spend all that time inking it and then it's like, oops, the markers totally ruin it or something. So let's let this test. I'll let that dry and I'm going to get a marker to test it. I think it's probably dry. Just want to make sure it's dry. Try my zero colorless blender, which I recently refilled, so it's all nice and juicy. Yeah, it looks like it's safe. It's not spreading the ink at all. Yay! Okay, let us proceed. You know what? I need to put my glasses on. I always forget to put my dang glasses on. And then when I do something like this where I'm working on something really tiny and I just get this feeling like there's something wrong and I feel hesitant, and I think it's because I can't see the super tiny stuff as well as I might. There, that's better. It's like I barely need reading glasses. Like I don't actually need them to read or anything. But when I'm working on art and stuff. For one, if I work on something for too long without glasses on, I get a horrible migraine headache, especially if it's on the computer and I'm looking into a screen that entire time. I think that's another reason I forget to put my glasses on, because I don't technically need them to see. Yeah, I just love inking with brush pens. Lines are just naturally more interesting, even if you don't try that hard to vary the line weight. I'm gonna get a little thicker line for this part of his eyebrow, then lighten it up for the swirl. And let me get my picture. He's got somewhat thick eyelash lines. Yeah, he's always got like this lazy eye look. I'm going to leave this little gap right here on the line for his jawline because this flame is right here and it would be, you know, bright. So I'm going to leave a little gap there to give the illusion that the candle is obscuring the view. Brush pens are great for doing these little hairs too. These candles are so small, I'm just drawing a single line like a stick instead of trying to draw the left side, the right side, and the bottom of the candle. So similarly, I'm not going to really draw all these lines for his hair here. It's next to the candle flames so that it again can let the candle sort of shine and not get lost. Literally shine, but not get lost with all the other lines around it, around them. Man, I want a cake like this for my birthday. My birthday is in less than a month now. Okay, yummy little buttercream decorative poofs. Now here, I'm not going to be too rigid with the edge of the cake, because the way it's frosted, at least in this reference picture, is not perfectly straight. It's not, doesn't have the look that you get with a smooth, what's it called? I specially ordered marzipan for my frosting. It's similar. What the heck is, oh, fondant. It's not smooth like fondant. Or like marzipan, I see. And if you have the option of marzipan, unless you're allergic to almonds or hate almonds, you should always get marzipan instead of fondant on your cake. It's just the best thing ever. Just realized I didn't do Sanji's iris for some reason. Inked everything else on his face. I missed that one thing. Okay, let's go back and get it. Sanji's interesting because he just has this flat black eye. There's never any shine to it. It adds to that sort of dead fish look into his eyes. Okay, now his clothes. I'm gonna be really careful because it's a super tiny little area. Something I didn't actually draw, but I think I should. I didn't draw in the sketches a couple of lines just to show that the jacket is being pulled at this button because of the hand being in the pocket. Okay, let's get this tie before I forget about it. Getting there. This is technically a pinstripe suit, but that's another one of these details that I'm just going to drop because of how tiny my chibi bodies are. If I try to get the pinstripe in there, it's just going to look really busy and it won't look good. In fact, I think I'll leave the chain like that and not try to draw it going back up around the back side of them because it's just such a small area. It'll get too confusing, and then instead of being like, oh wow, look at that chain, it'll be like, what is that even? You can't even tell what it is because it's just a bunch of lines. Too many lines. He's got fancy shoes on in here, but I'm not going to try to draw them. I'm just going to give him his normal shoes. These little tiny feet are just way too small. So, yeah. The inking is done. Now the erasing. There's my big eraser. Here it is. I'm going to start with the outside areas first to give the ink time to dry and also to get rid of any graphite smudges I might have made from moving my hand over the picture while I was sketching and drawing, inking. And that way it'll look nice and clean at the very end. And it's important to be careful when erasing. Be kind of gentle, or else you can do that thing where the paper gets caught under the eraser. And then you bend your freaking picture, you put a crease in it, and there's not really any going back from that. You always get eraser shavings on the back too. Okay, now to erase the main picture. Oh, don't go, picture, don't go. I'm just looking for any little spots I might have missed. Yay, it's been so long since I've drawn Sanji Chibi. I still have a bunch of them. One is super old and like, well, it was good for the time, but compared to my skills now, it's, doesn't even exactly look like the same person drew it. Okay, I think that's clean. Now, it's time for some markers. So we'll get some skin tones and his hair first. Okay. Let's see. I'll start with this lightest skin tone that I have in markers. E00, skin white. think there's actually not a skin tone color pale enough for when I was uploading the chibi I drew of myself the other day, uploading it to DeviantArt. And then when I compared it to the digital chibi of myself that I drew, my skin looked way too tan, because I'm like really, I don't know if you can tell, but I'm really pale. But this is as light as it goes, at least in my marker set. I think my skin doesn't even look as pale as it might if it wasn't under these lights. That's a nice start. Gonna let that dry and see. I didn't actually look at. I don't know if this is light enough. Here's my test sheet. Let's do the big end. Actually, that's pretty good, especially if I just use a white gel pen on the end for the highlighted areas. I'll stick with this after all. Okay. Use a small end to get a little bit of color back here between these. So even though I didn't ink all this hair, I'm still going to put a little color there to show that it's there. I'll keep the big end out. Keep considering switching to the small end, but to do the tips of the hair, but then there's all this big area still to fill in. Yay. Now I'm gonna do, let's move on to the darker color first. Then I will go over it with the lighter color to kind of blend it. Need to get get some shadow in here. First underneath his hair, of course. His hair is going to be casting some shadow. Now that I've done that, I'm gonna take this one and go over it again. Just give it a softer edge. Because unlike with my digital media art, with traditional media, I like to soften it up a little bit, not do precisely cell shading style art. We have cell shading style to my digital art and smooth style to physical art. I also brought this one. Hopefully it's not too dark. Might have to pick a different color. Do it mostly with colored pencils in a minute. It looks like bruising. What I wanted to do was give him a little blush around his eye, but yeah, I'll have to fix that with some colored pencils. So it's too dark. But I can move on to more hair shading. Let's see. It's so light. But here we go. It's interesting. This picture has like multiple light sources, one from the front and one from the side. Really hard one from the side too, and a softer light source from the front. This is like hardly any different. It's not really making a difference. Just have to do even more layers of color. This is doing so little. I'm gonna move on to the darker color already. I haven't even finished yet, but it's like, dang, I want it to show up more than that. Okay, start here again. Oh, that's much better. bring the shading all the way down here, because again, these candles are going to be lighting up this area. Even if they're not close enough to the hair to actually cast light on it, the viewer should be looking through the light of the candles to see that hair. That's looking a lot better. Let's put some more strokes in there to make it look even more hair-like. Now that looks good. I do want a darker, let's see, I want a darker hair color, even darker yellow or brown. I had to go to the browns. I don't want it to be more like crazy pigmented. Oh, but maybe that's a little too dark. Okay, let me see. Maybe this will work. Light camel. Oh, that's it. That's what I was looking for. Let's just get some even darker areas to really give some depth to this hair. Something I like to do with light colored hair, when I remember, is wherever there's going to be the strong highlight on the hair, I like to add a strong shadow right below where it'll be. So it just makes the hair look so nice and glossy. Sort of the same trick that you can use with coloring something that's metal. I think that's good for his hair. I want to get a different shadow for the skin, because right now it's just too vibrant. Though it doesn't look like it on the camera, but it is. See this. Maybe this will tone it down a little bit. Barley beige. So I'm going to tone the vibrance down. I think that's better. I shouldn't have used that fruit pink as the shadow color. So I think that's what did it. And the shadows look much better now. Wonder though, if this is enough shadow or if I should get... Yeah, I'm gonna get one more color. Let's check this one. No, that's too bright. Okay, I'll try this. It's called Sand. Oh yeah, I think that's what I wanted, just a little bit this darker shadow. Well, if you can hear a cat meowing, that's Kiba. He's just randomly meowing. I use my blender a little bit. Blend this out. Just a little bit. Just blend it a little bit. There, like that. Okay, I'm gonna get some cool grays and some warm grays for the eye and the teeth. 1 and 3 for each of these. The cool gray is for the eye. Now look at that, it just comes to life when you do that, when you shade the actual eyeball. So let's do a little bit more right here. I guess that's why Sanji's eye doesn't have, I mean, maybe that's not why the creators do it this way, but since he has this like droopy eyelid, it kind of makes sense that there'd be no shine on his eyeball. Now the warm gray for the teeth. I'm going to pull that line all the way across. Now, I'm wondering what would be a good gray to do for the cake. I've got two other options, or at least one other. Warm, cool, and toner. The reference photo, it's almost like a mix. Maybe because of the lighting. But maybe I will do the third gray, the toner gray, so that it looks different. Ooh. I knew there were two other grays. Here's neutral gray. I'm gonna use this for the cake. It's cool, the lighting on the cake is, the strongest lighting is coming from the same direction as the Sanji reference picture. And search for that. I just needed to see what those fancy cakes look like. Oh, power's not going out. There's also going to be light. Guess I'll do a couple. These candles will be casting light down too. And again, not doing the shading on this frosting totally smoothly because I want it to look rough like buttercream frosting is. Have a rough finish. Okay, now what? Oh, you know what? Totally forgot the skin of his chest. His neck you can't see, but his chest. I'm just gonna use this dark one. Should be in shadow anyway. top part's done. I guess now I will I'll get some blue and red to do the blueberries and strawberries. I'm wondering if I should do the color of his shirt to sort of match. In this reference, he's got a yellow shirt on. Guess I'll do the blueberries, strawberries. Oh, and I need a little green for that little mint sprig I drew. So, blue, red, and green. Just realized that these are like RGB. Red, green, blue. And that's why I liked it so much. But the blueberries are actually really, really, really dark blue. Hopefully, these colors I picked are good. I guess if I changed his shirt color, I should change it to something that I want to bring out the color of elsewhere. So like having his shirt be yellow kind of matches with his hair and everything. But it might be a good idea to make it like either blue or red or green to make this cake tie in more with his outfit, with him. Red is my favorite color too, so I wonder if I should just do red. Then I wouldn't have to get another color, I could just use the same marker. And all his accessories are gold. And red and gold look good together. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna make his shirt red. Red shirt. Red shirt. This isn't Star Trek. You're safe. You're safe, Sanji. Oh, it looks good. He looks good in red. Dang it. Now I need to get, or maybe I shouldn't worry about it. I'm gonna get a darker blue just to do little dots of shadow on these blueberries. just going to do shadows, dots of shadows. And it'll be really strong on this more shaded side of the cake. Then when I come over here, I'm going to do them just really lightly. Do some here. Trying to take into account the candles, the light from the candles. Now, yeah, this mint is so small, I'm not going to get it a second color. Just do a little bit more on one leaf. But now I want to get one darker color for the red too. Let's look at this. Okay. That's good for that. I guess I should do all the gold stuff next. I think I'll just use the same colors as I did for his hair. I'm going to almost use the same colors. I'm going to use this light walnut that I didn't like before. But if I use this super dark one, then it will give it the look of something highly reflective. Not that there's all that much opportunity here with how tiny this stuff is. But I can do a little bit. Okay, good, good. Now, I guess there is the platter he's holding needs to be something. In the reference picture, it's glass, but I didn't really draw any lines to indicate that it's glass. Maybe I'll make it gold, and that will tie the cake even more into his outfit. I'll tie it into his hair and everything, and it'll make it look like it. This whole thing was meant to go together. These dang little kitty hairs are always on my art supplies. Do a little shadow for the edge of the plate to make it look thin, or thick, not thin. But to show that this isn't just some flat thing, it's a platter. It has depth. Continue that over here. doing these little lines to sort of make it look like a reflective golden platter, not just yellow. Then I'll use some white gel pen on that too to make it look reflective. So now all that's left, I need to do these flames. I'll reference them as for flames. I guess I'll just guess. So I'll start with this light yellow color. Make it come outside of it a little bit. But flames also have like orange, red. Maybe I'll just pick an orangey red. I'm going to test this. Yeah, I'm going to use this to get a sort of a halo effect going on these candles. Let me show that they're, I won't be able to see it on the skin, but show that they're glowing. Maybe I'll even do a little bit down here of the yellow to show that the light is being cast onto the cake from the candles. Oh yeah, I think that looks good. Let's do a little bit right there too. Okay. And this is the color. Looks pretty good from the cap. Yeah. For the more middle part of the flame. Yay, I like that. Looks good. Now all that's left is his suit. So, well, there's 4 grays, so I'll do the neutral gray here, so I'll do toner gray here, and I'll do it. His suit is black, so I need to start with really dark colors. Since this is such a small area, I'm just going to use toner 6, 8, and 10. His suits are they're not made out of like some shiny material. So I don't need to have anything too light. I don't need to save any highlighted areas. Really. And since the Chibi body is so small anyway, I could just add that in with white gel pen because it's just so small. It would work. Wouldn't work on a bigger drawing, but it would work here. Maybe right here I'm just going to do a little hatching to show that the candles are shining on it. Not too much hatching, just a little bit, just leave a little bit. Gotta be really careful here because the marker likes to bleed. Like cover up these nice buttons. I don't want that to happen. Sometimes I think that the ink actually physically, the inked lines physically help rein in the marker and keep it from bleeding into other areas. And if you do some really heavy markering, it's not going to do anything, but just like those little tiny places where you're like, no, and it just barely went over the line because it bled out. Sometimes I think the ink can actually hold it in, as long as you haven't markered too much. Oh, he's looking good. You know what else I can do on this shoulder? I can use my colored pencils to make a yellow highlight. Oh, it's cool. This yellow marker, you can't really see it on the camera, but this yellow marker actually did show up. It sort of made its own line. It pushed the other pigments out. That's cool. Tilt it up so I can see it. Whenever I get these really dark colors down, my lamps always reflect on it in such a way that I can't really see what I'm doing anymore. This last black is just going to be for this few little areas. Well, it's not even black, it's toner gray 10. It's the darkest color, and I don't want it everywhere, just certain places. Very few certain special places. Alright, how's that? He's looking so good. Yay! This arm that's tucked into his pocket. Make it a little darker so that it stands apart, so that it looks different from the jacket. Yeah, that's better. Okay, I'm done with markers. Now I will move on to colored pencils. And I think the first thing I'll do, let's do his cheek pink. I want to fix that. So I just love to do this with Chibis. Give them this red around their eye and then sort of fade it out to a pink blush. Just love it. I love the look. I don't know if it's because of like kabuki theater or something like that. They do the red around the eyes. I don't know. I just love it though. And I like to make the pink really big, like his whole cheek is all rosy, because he's a chibi. No matter what, he is in normal form right now. He's super cute. Little chibi guy. Add a little bit of color to his lips. I think that's good. I need a little bit of blending here though. Maybe another in-between pink color. Let's see how this is. Might be a little too purple. Well, we're finding out now. Yeah, it looks fine. Let's do the skin tone over the top one more time to bring it all together. Dang, a little bit of wax and pigments getting into his eye. I'll get that out of your eye for you, Sanji. How's that? I think that's good. Now, next, let's pick a yellow to do some cast light on, like maybe on his cheek and on his shoulder. I think I'll try this super bright yellow. Bring it a little bit onto his other parts of his suit, onto his collar. Maybe a little bit reflecting into his eye along the bottom. Okay, now what can be done in colored pencil? That might be it. I'm actually pretty happy with his hair because I could go and put in some more detailed strokes with colored pencil, but I kind of like it the way it is. Maybe the last thing I'll do is that blue and purple shading technique. Yeah, I think I'll do that. add these two colors. Always brings a drawing to life. Adding them in. Especially if you're working with a character who has light hair. It just always makes such a huge difference because you can really see the color on the light hair. Not really anywhere I can do it on the suit though. Do a little on the cake. That's perfect. A little bit of blue. Just ever so lightly apply it because I don't want to add so much blue that it looks like I'm not trying to do a really vibrant piece here. That's not the point of this. I like to do lots of colors, but not... I still like to stay grounded, I guess, is the best way to put it. Use the white here on his skin to sort of blend these blues and stuff in so that it's a more gradual change in color. Oh, excuse me. Sneezy, sneezy. Okay, I think that's good. Just need to do a little bit of gel pen. Get this gel pen going good. It's not been working well, this particular one. Another artist gave me an idea and I forgot to do it. Yeah, it's really not working well. Come on, wake up, gel pen, wake up. I think I'm gonna go have to get a newer one that's not. Let's try it a little bit more. Okay, let's give it a shot. Yeah, it's not working. It just keeps getting clogged up with its own ink. I'm gonna go get a different one. Same brand, but newer. Works better. The ink just flows better from this one. I'm tempted, but he doesn't have any. He never has any highlight in his eye. It's always how it is. It's always just flat black, no color, nothing. I'm gonna give him a little. Just want to wake up, wake up. Little highlight dot on his cheek. I just think that's cute. Let's do another one. And let's do these white highlights here. Anime style. It's not getting clogged up. Come on, wake up, wake up. Hang in there. These gel pens don't like colored pencil. The wax always clogs them up. And yet I still use them because they're so much more convenient than using a dip pen. Now I always like to do, hopefully, make sure the pen's super awake. I always like to do little bonus hairs. It's not perfect. Bonus hair reflecting light. Still getting tripped up by the dang colored pencil. How's that? If I use a small one. Oh, there's just too much colored pencil right here. I'm not liking it at all. Just gonna do these little extra dots. I want his hair to look more shiny. Since it won't, the pens don't want to draw lines. Just gonna do some dots. I think that looks good. I'm just gonna sign it and we'll call it good for this Chibi Friday. Happy birthday, Sanji. There. Well, that's it for my live stream today. It was Chibi Friday. I drew Chibi Sanji with a birthday cake because it's his birthday today. Thank you for watching.